Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Match day 26, I believe, is what it is. Let me make sure. Let's see. Match day 27, actually. Ignore my stupidity. I apologize. Alright, after last time, St. Trudenser versus Jan Regensburg. St. Trudenser need a win here to get away from that relegation area. Can they get it? Let's see. Alright. Can they get a victory here? Boom. Let's see. They get a tie. Any point helps at this point. Muja and Hotman are the goal scorers. Muja. I have no idea how many he has. He's definitely not that high. He's definitely like 3 goals maybe at most. Right? Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? Possibly tripping. Muja. Yeah, you're not that high, buddy. You're not that guy. You hit me? You're not that guy. Already having a hard time with the first goal scorer of the day. Not a good look. Well, fuck me. We're just gonna fucking look you up because I have no idea where the fuck you at. 7? Well, egg in my face. Alright, well. I will not repeat my disrespect towards you, good sir. Muja and Hotman. There he is. And now he's on 13! Yo, that guy's on a fucking goal-scoring fiasco. Like, what the hell? 3rd division German side, by the way. He's scoring goals left, right, and center. Even Lancaster stopped scoring at some point. He just keeps going. He will not stop. Alright, Feyenoord versus Falkirk. After Reed got a brace last time, can they keep on with their winning streak? They can. Very barely, though. They made it very... Falkirk gave it to them. Haj Musa with the brace. Tate with another goal for himself. Tate. I think he's like at 9 goals. Maybe 8. Yep, now he's at 9. The only reason I know that is because of the fact that Graham is better than him at the moment. So Tate gets that. Haj Musa scores a brace, which puts him now at 15 goals. Barely just passing Gel Barrow, so he can get there at the top of these guys. So Haj Musa. Who else scored? Was it Stein? Yep, Stein and Williams. Stein just scored his 8th goal, I believe, or 9th. Definitely not 7th, right? Yes, he did actually. Shut up, Carlos. You don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so it gives them a 3-1 lead, only for Falkirk to go score again to make it a little uncomfortable for the Dutch. But ultimately, it's still not enough as they win. Williams, where is he at? My throat, bro. What's wrong with my throat? He gets his 2nd goal of the campaign. Not enough though to give his Scottish side anything other than making it only a 1 goal loss for the goal difference. So it's not terrible for Falkirk to lose this way, especially to a high division, a high seeded team. What happened? 1 second. Had to drink some water. It's still in there. Whatever. Crew Alexandra versus Besiktas, but let's make sure that Crew Alexandra is good. Is that guy back? No, not even close. So let's see. Crew Alexandra versus Besiktas. Can they get the victory here? They can! What the fuck? Besiktas? Not to these fuckwads. Thomas scores his 1st goal for the campaign. For Crew Alexandra. Out of all the teams, bro, to drop points to, you do it to this team? Really? Abraham Tracy Lancaster. Tammy Abraham scores a goal. So that puts him at 18. 1 behind Svanbach. Tracy gets another goal. I think he's like at 3. No, he's at 4. Just saw him. 5. There we go. Pushing these guys down. And Lancaster, I just mentioned that he stopped scoring, and look at that, he scores again. What a fucking bitch. He's on his 11th goal, putting him past Ethan. And I saw that their Yilmaz scored another goal to try and level it for his side, but it just wasn't enough. As they lose to Crew Alexandria. Ay, Besiktas. Ay, Besiktas. Let's see how this goes out for them. Because I think they're still in a good spot. They shouldn't be like in a position where they're like freaking out. They're not like in danger of falling top 8. So it's not that bad. Alright, Haken versus Hull City. I feel like I'm missing somebody. There's a lot of players who haven't scored for them. This guy hasn't scored for them. This guy hasn't scored for them. This guy hasn't scored for them. Most of the goals are coming from these guys. Rygaard, Svambak, and Layuni. So. Alright. And they haven't had any suspensions, so that's good. Slider got a red. Oh, that's going to be bad for them. Hadziametovic comes in as Mataso comes in as a replacement for them. Alright. Let's see, can they still perform well missing Slider? Because Slider's also been a good goal scorer for them. So maybe? Let's see. They do win. Haken do lose with goals from both Destan and Belumi. I know Destan has scored before, but I'm not sure how many. That's the problem. I guess Double did score. Huh. Destan. There he is. He scored 1 goal. So now he scores his 2nd goal. He's the substitute for McBurney. So I guess McBurney wasn't having a good game. Maybe missing too many chances, and the coach decided, hey, he's got to come off. And, are you serious? There you go. So Destan gets it, and so does Belumi. Belumi being more up top, up here somewhere. Yep, nice on his 9th goal as well. Big victory for Hull City. And it's a really bad loss for Haken because they're still trying to just make it back in the top 8 in general. While Hull City are still trying to fight to get back in the top 4. They got Feyenoord. I think that's not going to be enough for them, so they're going to have to content. Mantova versus Altaun. I don't know if Christopopoulos is ready to come back. He is. There you go. Alright, Mantova versus Altaun. Who's going to win this one? It's going to be interesting because Altaun needed a victory as much as Mantova. Tied. Alright. Not the worst result for either of them. Barrow scores again. He gets his 15th goal of the campaign as well. Whilst Fayetti and Flavio. Let's go for Fayetti first. Fayetti. Looking for Fs. I can't give 2 Fs. Haha, get it? No, I'll shut up now. My bad. He gets a goal, Fayetti. Push him a little more down. Fayetti's up there. Flavio scores another goal, which puts, I think he was on 2 goals before. Yep, now he's on 3. And they probably think that's enough to get the victory, but ultimately it is not, as they fall short to, I thought it was Mensa, that's right. I just remember the word Mensa. Mensa scores again, putting him at 13 goals, making him pass both Lamar and Hemia. So that's good for him on a personal level. Go to the next one. Banfield versus Real Madrid. Other thing is it's going to be Real Madrid. Banfield ain't good enough. Yep. Oh my god. Why? Why? A brace? Y'all really disappointed me today. Diaz scores his 11th goal. Pushing him way above these guys. Right there. Boom. And then Vinny scores a brace. Putting a little Tammy Abraham. And Mbappe also scores another goal, putting him at 16. As for them, they scored one goal by Osmendi. He finally scores a goal again. Where is he at? There he is. Now he's on 8 goals too. It had to be Vinicius, bro. I would have been Mbappe brace, to be honest, but whatever. Al-Kholoud face against Wisla Plock. Wisla Plock got a victory last time. Maybe this gives them encouragement to get another victory. Because they need, at this point, they need as many victories as they can get. And they do! Huge victory for them. Goal from Jimenez as well. Is this a turning point for the Polish side? Where are you, Jimenez? There you are. On his 5th goal. Huge for the Polish side. This means they're not out of relegation, I believe, but at least they're now like touching distance. They are legitimately at a touching distance now, where they can like start looking at the results to see if it goes their way. Guingamp, are both your players still? Yep, that's not good. Well, Guingamp are still very much handicapped. Was it gonna matter in this game? You would think it would. Yep, a huge disadvantage. As Van de Beek, Sigankov, 2 goals for Sigankov again. Sigankov has been very influential for his side so far. Ever since Vanat got injured, he's needed to step up, which he has. He's now at 8 goals. Putting him ahead of these 3 folks. Sigankov is now right here next to Osmendi. And Van de Beek also scored a goal. And that puts Van de Beek, if I can find him, at 9 goals. Huge victory for Girona, especially considering also that they were away from Guingamp. So, here's a good victory for them. They move on. Alright, give me a second. Public safety message. Blah, 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 blah. That's interesting. I got a public safety message about ice. It's kind of crazy. Well, we live in a world. Yes, we do. Alright. Fortuna Düsseldorf versus PSV Eindhoven. PSV need to win this game if they wish to maintain their first place. And making sure that their side is not afflicted in any way. It is not. Let's see if this helps them out. Can Düsseldorf cause the upset though? Or PSV can get the victory? They do get the victory. Dennis Mann scoring for the first time in a while. Saibari and Veerman are the first ones. Saibari should be up here. Yep. Saibari hits double digits now. So Saibari. Put you guys up there as well. Boom. With Veerman now getting his 9th goal of the campaign. Where's Dennis Mann? He hasn't scored in a minute, so I think he's kind of fallen off a bit. Not too much, but some. There we go. Gets his 11th goal, the Romanian winger. He passes these guys. Then Ethan gets a goal to make the result not look as bad. Not look as bad, is what I meant to say. And we have Barnsley versus Braga. Now, Braga, I'm telling you, if you beat Real Madrid 4-1 and you can't beat Barnsley, disappointment will be the least of your concerns. But let me make sure O'Connell and McGoldrick are still unavailable. Yep, they're still both unavailable. Good song. Let's see. Barnsley versus Braga. Braga win. Good. Roberts. I don't remember that name. Martinez and Horta. Alright. So let's look up for Martinez from Braga. I have no idea where he would be, to be honest with you. Martinez from Braga. Again, I just have to look him up because I have no idea. He has to score in a minute. Martinez from Braga. There he is. 2 goals. Now 3. Boom. This sounds like a FIFA song. And we have Ricardo Horta. I think he recently got to his 10th goal, right? Yep. Now he's on his 11th. So they get a nice healthy 2-0 lead before Roberts scores for Barnsley, but it's not enough. I don't remember the name, so I'm going to assume it's his first goal. Let's go here. Roberts. Yep, new goal for the Barnsley man, as he gets his first of the competition as well. Let's see now. I think that would be, yep, that was the end of the match day. Let's go check the standings. We have PSV in first place still, with Real Madrid behind them. Girona and Feyenoord making up the rest of the top four. They're kind of out of the conversation now a little bit, Girona and Feyenoord. The whole city are still maintained their own, along with Braga, Besiktas, and Altawun in the top 8. Guingamp is now a further 7 points behind 8th place, so that's creating a bit of a gap right there. So that the rest of the middle of the table consists of Guingamp, Haken, Jan Regensburg, Mantova, Düsseldorf, Al-Kholoud, St. Truidense, and Falkirk, with relegation fodder still being Banfield, Barnsley, Crew Alexandra, and Wisla Plock. However, Wisla Plock, after another victory, they could possibly pass Crew Alexandra if they win their game against Altawun, etc. So, but at least again, it's very hard, but it's still not impossible. As you can see, teams like St. Truidense, who are in 15th, are still only a solid 1 point ahead of the relegation fodder. So anything is still possible. But as of right now, match day ended, and I'll see you guys in the next match day, which is match day number 28. So see you in just a second.